What's going on? What's up? I'm here. It's Friday. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Rob. Go live every weekday. I hope your day is wonderful. I hope you're having a blessed day. I haven't really got to do any news or anything, but my word to you is that I'm here every weekday, so I'm here. It's been a very difficult past couple of days, so I'm a little out of it, mentally struggling. I don't know if anybody could relate to that. I don't know what there is much to talk about. I just don't know. So I'll hang out. I'll see if anybody steps in and, tell me what you want to talk about. Tell me what you want to talk about. There are times in life where things get really, 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 really difficult, and you don't know, how you're going to make it to tomorrow. And you do your best to get there, and you do what's in front of you at the moment, and that's it. And one of the things I love to do is do a commentary channel, and comment on things, and I love trying to bring people a new perspective and speak out against oppression. So I'm trying to do this right now. The Anacle. Did you see the Jack Smith testimony? I just watched RTP talk segment cap recap on it today. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't seen it in full. But I also saw there was an article recapping his testimony where Jack Smith, and part of the thing I heard was Jack Smith, his conclusion from their investigation was that without Donald Trump, the intent was there. The intent. And that's really what's important. A lot of the times, what is people's intent? Mitchell Carey. Anybody else aged 10 years during this last long orange face terrible year? Yeah. I feel you, Mitchell. Buffering. Oh, I'm sorry, man. It might be my internet. Republicans released it on New Year's Eve when they knew everyone would be busy. Yeah, that's how they do it. Anything important, they try to hide it. And then the rest of the time, they're always holding press conferences with the stuff that isn't important. That's a good catch, Anacle. I'm sorry, it's buffering. Life is difficult. We all have our issues, problems, losses. And in America now, we're suffering from the Trump administration. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Oh. And thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Also do the native resolution, which I think is the highest. I appreciate you, Anacle, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I appreciate everybody being here. I'm sorry if I'm out of it. I'm mentally not doing well. Getting no lag here on the phone. Cool. I appreciate you, whatever you're going through. I'm sorry, I'll pray for you. Oh, good to hear, Mitchell, that you're good now. Yeah, I appreciate the prayers. I don't think uh, there's only one other time in my life where I could say I've felt a hurt this bad, like a pain this bad. That's after my dad died. But I'm here. I'm here with you. Even in my suffering, I'm here. I didn't put anything in the news for comments. I mean, for commentary, because it's hard to read or eat or sleep right now. But whatever you guys want to talk about, you know, who the heck would want America to not be united? Well, a lot of people, Josh. And if you look uh, through our history, people wanted to keep us divided and oppressed. When the people are divided, it's easier to capitalize on them. It's easier to oppress people. And there are some people that just have hate in their heart, man. Um, and it's sad, you know. And if you're new here, the nonsense behind me, this is uh, what I push for every day. That's why I do this commentary. It's stuff that America has had either before or can have again, and I try to bring awareness to people. I'm sorry, I'm mentally like collapsing under myself right now. Okay, you can do it. So I try to share this list. There's more stuff that should be added to it. Like the federal minimum wage should be $66 an hour. Um, Obviously, tax churches, a lot of taxing to make our community better. Oh, God. Okay, sorry. Um, so, anybody want to talk about anything? Eliminate property taxes? Listen, we could eliminate property taxes if we tax the wealthy appropriately. Stop giving them tax cuts, you know? Um, because I'm all for anything where working people or people who are trying to establish generational wealth can benefit. Cities would have no way to get money if they didn't have property taxes and rain taxes and waste taxes. Taxes are a good thing. They help fund our society. Um, I don't need any caffeine. I appreciate you though. No, there's just personal things happening in my life that hurt unlike anything I've ever experienced. And there's no shaking this off. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm putting one foot in front of the other. That's what I'm doing right now. And I go live every weekday. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I usually comment on the news. There's news and stuff, but who gives a fuck, really? You know, right now, who gives a fuck? There's so much. Oh, God. And the hardest thing about doing a live stream every day where you advocate for vulnerable populations and you advocate for not the ruling class and you advocate for people to thrive and not just survive, is so many people come out with so much hatred, so much hatred. And it always puzzles me because you would think that they understand when I'm advocating for universal health care, they would understand that they're included in that. I don't want anybody in America to have to go into medical debt. But you'd almost think they were fighting you like you were trying to take it away from them. And gerrymandering isn't illegal. That's what they've been doing in Texas, and then California tried to rebuttal it. And then Illinois, one of the senators said that President Trump said the word retard, and my daughter has Down syndrome, so I'm not going to vote for his gerrymandering. So it's happening everywhere. And like, that's the thing so the pain I'm dealing with is, I don't think it's fixable. This is an infixable thing. It's like when my father died. If you don't know, when I was real young, my dad took his life. And that was an unfixable pain. That you have to deal with. It's unfixable. And there's a lot of people that say, time heals all wounds. And in the 20-something years, I can confidently tell you time doesn't heal wounds. All it does is it allows those wounds to scar up. But those wounds can be opened again and they never go away. And you live with scars on the inside. But the stuff that's happening now is fixable, just like Donald Trump came in like a tornado and threw a bunch of shit at the wall. As much as it's going to be hard to undo things, I want people to understand that as quick as he came in and made this turmoil, we can have somebody do that for good. Like, that was the one precedent he set that I said, that's a good example for people who want to do good in the world. Like, if we get somebody in president who just wants to write into law, insurance companies are illegal now, and everybody has universal health care, and ignore the courts for the people, like, that could be done. Because there's a dude doing it a different way right now to hurt and harm people. There is recovery for it. We won't get back to the golden age where America was a world leader and respected. Yeah, there are some things. Oh, see, this is why it's hard for me to do this, because I'm like, there are some things. It just reminds me of what I'm going through right now. I'm hurting so bad. I'm in so much pain. My heart is fucking torn out right now. And there are some things that you do that cannot be undone. And it's one of the things I go by on this channel, where I say, even the MAGA, when they come in here, there's one thing I'm confident about, and one thing I know for sure, and science proves it. You can't unhear something. So once something is said, that's it. And just like what Donald Trump is doing, he's picking fights and he's saying these things and he's doing these things. You can't undo that, you know? Alma's here. Thank you, Alma. I appreciate you, Josh. Don't worry. If they're not respectful, we'll just mute them. Today, I'm not going to have a high tolerance for it. Oh, just users. Some of these people. Hussein socialists. What should we do with those who won't do their part? What is their part? What is evil about bolstering the Constitution? Nothing. That's why we have amendments. What's up, Long Bong? Good to see you. Hey, what's up, Zen? Unfortunately, too many idiots subscribes to Trump's BS. Yeah. But you gotta understand why they subscribe to it, you know? It's an insecurity eating at this country, and a lot of people who are living from paycheck to paycheck or just barely getting by, that creates a fragile mindset. And a lot of Americans live like that. A lot of Americans are living in this survival mode mindset. And I know it well. I've lived in it before. Still live in it. And with that, they're looking for, you know, that's why we call it fascism, because the one unique thing about fascism is, outside of its authoritarian characteristics and traits, fascist needs a charismatic leader, somebody who the leader is never wrong. You know, he can change his mind in the same sentence, and you don't critique it or you don't think about it. And Donald Trump came along and promised a lot of people a lot of things that, you know, whether they could or couldn't be done, they weren't the right answers, you know. And when you're in survival mode and someone says, hey, I got a quick fix, people want that, you know. It's just sad, man. You know, it's sad because there are people that want oh my God, my fucking head. It's a sequencer. That's what I'm playing right now. I'm trying to keep my mind okay right now. and you know, you're free to move on. I don't force no one to be here, but I do ask of myself that I make my word good. I'm very much a person that I want to make my word be good. So when I say I'm here 5 days a week, every weekday, I try to be here. And even though today has been one of the worst days in 20 years, you get to witness me at the lowest I've been in 2 decades. But I'm still here. I don't know how long I'll be here for, but I'm here for right now. So I have some music set up, and I'm just trying to keep my mind focused on surviving. That's it. I don't understand the people that say stuff like getting rid of all that stuff would bankrupt our country. Our country's bankrupt. We're in a recession, 1 million layoffs this year. Wages stagnated, greedflation all over the place, ruined relationships. You gotta get out of the mindset of saying that would bankrupt our country. What if it didn't? What if it made us prosperous? What if FDR had a 94% tax rate on people in 1944, 45, with people over $200,000 salary, you know, and it created the middle class? You know, what if it didn't? I want to play that other side of the coin for you, because I see a lot of people do that. A lot of people hide behind that would bankrupt our country. And I'm like, we're already bankrupt. We added 2.5 trillion to the debt in like 10 months. 2.5 trillion. We're already what the fuck are you talking about? You know, don't do that. And I don't even know what you mean by that. But don't do that. You know, I try to teach my kids this too. Like, don't create this invisible, it won't work before you even tried it. And I just mean that in like life advice. Okay? I don't know who that was. Christopher. That's life advice for you, Christopher. I don't want to see you do that. Creating these obstacles before they've happened. I'm glad you're here, Boss. Thank you, Long Bong. Ebony Chainsaw. Hang in there, things will get better. I appreciate you. I'm not going to get into what happened. I'm just not. Only because there's certain characters that use so much venom. Like, I don't really talk about it too much on the live. And I've heard other live streamers talk about it, but, you know, this is also a satirical comedy channel. So I'll try to fucking make fun of people when they're saying dumb things. And when I do that, some people will, you know, I don't even want to say what they'll do, but they'll do inappropriate things, like very inappropriate things. And I do have children and stuff, and, you know, when people are threatening you, it's just not good. So there's some stuff, you know, I like to be pretty open about a lot, because I think it helps people contextualize why I have the views I have. You know, I didn't, like, a lot of people come in here to the chat and they think, you know, jobless, living in his mom's basement, and he just wants handouts. And the truth is I've been around for a long fucking time, and I've lived in a car, and I've been real homeless, and I've given up loved ones, and I've watched my family members die before I was old enough to appreciate them, and I've watched close friends die at young ages, and I've endured all this suffering, and what I've watched is the people who are most vulnerable slip through the cracks, and there's no safety net for Americans. And then I talk to people from other countries or who have other experiences, and sometimes they're shocked at what has happened, and they don't think it could happen in America because they've had the privilege of living in another country or not falling through the cracks. And then sometimes people can't even fathom what I'm saying is American. And these are other Americans. Sometimes they don't even understand it. They just think it's like some unfortunate Lemony Snicket's set of circumstances, and it's not. It's very American, and that's why you see a lot of people who are doing okay, you know, and then it starts to affect them, and they're like, whoa, 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 this isn't. And we're like, we've been trying to tell you, we've been trying to say this for a while. So that's why I do share some of my stuff, because it's important. You know, my story is important. That I'm not saying this shit for no reason. I'm saying this shit because some of this stuff could have saved people I know lives. Some of this stuff could have altered people's life story. Some of these things, and that's the craziest part. Like when you read about U.S. aid, the thing Elon Musk got rid of, like it was such a minuscule amount in the grand scheme of things. It was such a small amount, but it was literally the difference between life and death. And those are the things that, you know, ache my heart, that it's like it's such a minuscule thing for a wealthy country, but people are losing their lives because of it, you know. And that's why I speak out against things like that, and that's why, you know, well, I also do this live stream because I like to have fun. I love the community we've built. The no tax on tips and overtime is a lie. It is. Plus, it's only like a 5-year law. The permanent 21% tax cut for the corporations is permanent. It's a permanent. Tax on tips is a 5-year thing. Yeah, USAID meant so much to so many. And that's another, like, I forget what they call it, soft power. It's another thing where it's like it really gave us good karma, and we just shredded it up for no reason. Can I see it? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. This should say 66. I took this from someone because I would have a 3-day work week. Can't run for politics after age of 55. Retire at 45. I would add a whole bunch of things. Let the robots take the shitty jobs. Listen, Christopher, you can talk about fraud all you want, but the thing is if there was true fraud, right? Like, let's look at the couple in, I forget, the Midwestern fucking state, where they were convicted and going to jail because of fraud, and Donald Trump pardoned them. So if there is fraud, that's okay. Like, all right. But there's usually, like, charges. And if Elon had found fraud and could charge people, you don't think they would poster that everywhere? That's great propaganda for them. That's the go-ahead. But I have not seen one person charged with fraud. Not one. God, I'm so sorry, man. My heart hurts so bad right now. My heart is fucking killing me. My heart is like... It's just one of those days where you're like, come on, you can make it. You can make it all the way through. You could do this. You will be there tomorrow. Come on, you can do it. David, you know what's interesting? He says the AI will take the 100K jobs before the shifty jobs are taken by the robots. I was reading about how some of the first jobs AI is taking are the engineer and coder and software design, and like all the jobs that created the AI is taking them first. And it makes sense, you know? These people that designed the AI obviously knew that and could imbue it with all the information. And just in a short amount of time, you went from trying to, or at least I was at one point using AI to try and make extensions for YouTube for like new filters and stuff like that. And now there's all these YouTube ads. Like, AI can write your entire app. Always something that can't leave us alone. Sorry you're going through it. I think we're all white knuckling. Yeah, we all are. What I'm going through is a little bit different. It's a special kind of pain. Something that only a loved one could twist the knife into you over. Only someone that you allowed to have your heart could do that, you know? It's a unique pain, and I wish it upon nobody. Except for maybe Jeff Bezos. That's a motherfucker I wish it upon. But I'm just so hurt right now. Kami, thank you. Thank you. Breathe in some fresh air and try to put down the device for an hour. Appreciate that, Faceless Queenie. And I've tried everything, but right now the pain is so great I have to be occupied, if that makes sense. The pain is so great I have to stay occupied. It's a little scary, you know. And I got little ones where I'm trying to maintain. I'm trying to maintain right now. I'm trying to maintain. What's the topic? Anything you want. Anything you want. Increases taxes to support government aid programs is the financial equivalent of banning all firearms while letting the government keep theirs. That's not really true. I don't see how you come to that conclusion. God damn. Oh, fuck. Appreciate you, Donna. Appreciate you. Are you kidding me? I read the Bible all the time. That's all I do is read the fucking Bible. That's all I do is read the Bible. I've had many in-depth moments with this Bible. You know, I love reading the Red Writing, Radical Water Walker. Talked about loving your neighbor as yourself. Don't judge anybody, man. Let God sort them out. You just try to be good to people. And I've tried. Lord knows I've tried. I just keep coming up short. People aren't mad enough. Agree. What song is that from? Long Bone. Long Bone. I'm new here, so I don't know why you're in pain, but my prayers go to. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And welcome to everybody that's new. I'm sorry you're new on this day. I'm going through a difficult time, but I live stream every weekday, and today would be a weekday. So I'm here. I'm here regardless of how I feel. I'm still here. I don't have much on the docket. But, you know, if there's something in the news you want to talk about, it's exhausting reading more and more about the Epstein stuff and the denials. It's exhausting. You know, the one cool thing was witnessing Zoran get sworn in. There was a fire in Switzerland, I think it was, which was just heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, man. Swiss ski resort fire. Yeah. Sometimes I gotta stay away from that stuff because BYD tops Tesla as the electric vehicle leader. If you've never seen these BYD vehicles, there's people on YouTube who show them off. They're Chinese electric cars that we can't have in America. And they look incredible and they're affordable. Mexico earthquake. I hope everybody's safe. Yeah, stuff like that, like I can't get into right now. You know, my mindset is I'm too hurt right now. And that's the other thing. I want to take a moment to let people understand something, that there's a lot of young men out there that I think look for this machismo, what is a man, alpha, something. And it's a facade. You know, it's a YouTube persona that people put on, because no matter who you are, you're going to have tough times. You know, you're going to get your heart broken. You're going to experience a struggle. You're going to lose people in life. And it's okay to not be okay. You know, hopefully you reach out to somebody. I did today. You know, because I said I need someone to check in on me. I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm not good. Oh, what's up, Say I appreciate you, man. This too shall pass. Say I keep telling myself that, man. But you know, this is a special kind of hurt. This is a unique hurt that is going to change my life forever. And I'm trying to come to grips with it. I'm just sad. That's all. You know, I'm totally sad. I feel like my heart was ripped out. And I'm completely devastated. Reaching out is a sign of strength and self-love. Yeah. Well, sometimes the toughest thing is like I don't have parents. I don't really have too many family members. You know, a lot of people and most of my closest friends have died. So I got a couple of close friends, and then I have one, you know, my one brother, and my other one, I don't know if he's alive or not. So it gets really tough when you don't have like support systems. I'm lucky because I got a super cool aunt who will pick up the phone when I call, but other than that, you know, there's not too many people that I could reach out to, or if I need a break, go somewhere, or you know, like I'm really, it's a unique situation. That's why, like, sometimes, you know, when I talk to people, I'm like, just be, if you got if your parents are still around, or you got family near you, like, just be grateful. I understand it gets irritating, but just be grateful, because, you know, like today is one of those days where I would have given anything to call a parent or something, you know. Thank you. Especially for people in recovery. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know, because, you know, that's one of the first things that you start to struggle with. And I know that, you know, a lot of people don't address their issues, you know, maybe they do. But I've been sober for, I don't know how long now. Over a decade. I hear you, my mom died 12 years ago. I haven't talked to my dad in months. It sucks. Yeah, it does. Huh? It sucks. Especially there's like those times, you know, those times when you need somebody like that. Oh. God damn. Oh, I'm just so hurt right now. I'm just so hurt. This is the worst live stream ever. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to keep it together for my kids. Oh my Christ. I'm just trying to fucking keep it together for my kids. Yeah, see, that's tough. Dad's been gone 12 years. Mom died in June. I appreciate you, One Vision and Gma. That's true, Max Brendo. You can love your neighbor, but enabling them is not a sign of one. Well, those are the complexities of what Jesus talked about, you know. You shall love your neighbor unselfishly, but you have to go more into his his words to really uncover, you know, uh, who should be the unselfish love recipient, because there are people that will abuse it, like when he says, be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. I'm sorry, my brain is fucking scrambled right now. Hey, what's up, Chief? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And that's the other thing. I love this community, Sassy Mo. You know, it's really hard to go live today. This is like, probably in the almost 2 years of doing this, today has definitely been the hardest day to go live. Just the hardest fucking day. But I do look for, I love the community that that we've built here. It's a rad community. And if you haven't joined, feel free. It's free. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I might go live at midnight. I haven't been sleeping or eating, so I might just go live later. I was gonna go live last night, but it was too much of a mess. Just too much of a mess. Oh. What do you guys think happens after life? What do you think happens after life? Anybody? Sassy Mo, we're here for you, Rob. Thanks for being selfish. I'm not, I was just explaining going live was kind of selfish for me, you know, because I know there's rad people that are in this community. But what do you think happens after all this shit is said and done? I used to think you would know. I used to think you would know all the things, the lies, the truths, the questions. That's what I used to think when I was young. I used to thought when you died, you would know after, like immediately, you know. You would know the good, like the weighing of your soul against the feather. I used to think that you would know. And those things that you would find out would weigh on your soul. Yeah, I don't do cocaine, man. I'm clean. I guess it must be good because ain't no one coming back to tell us about it. Hold on, this is fascinating. I believe that we start a new life. Interesting. Listen, I respect your opinion on it, but if that's the fucking case, I don't, I never want to do that shit. I don't want to ever fucking come back to this hellhole. It's just connection, all energy. That's what I believe now. I believe there's a river of energy that we go into, or some shit like that, I don't know. Maybe it's like before we were here, nothingness. Honestly, only the memories and deeds remain. A painting left for others, the work you did, the hope you gave. Yeah, that's true. Goes to Tom. I really like how you said that. Because that's true, All I have left of my parents and my friends and my brother, if he's alive, I don't know. Or like the little things, photos. Life is simple. We are made of matter. Matter cannot be created or destroyed. You transform an energy or back into matter, rebirth. One time I almost died, and honestly, it felt like going into a K-hole. That's another thing I've heard. I've heard the NDE, the near-death experiences. When your soul goes back into your body, you can feel it. It's like slamming against a brick. I meant a new life in heaven. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood that. I don't mean to. But then that's cool. Sign me up for that shit. Well, there ain't no magic kingdom, and there ain't no lake of fire. I think we're all recycled. I remember being a baby and things still stick out at 50. That's interesting. There's a whole channel on YouTube that talks about near-death experiences, and then I forget what the other is called, like past life things, and it's so fascinating. And listen, when I was younger, I would be like, "Oh, that's crazy," but there are some things that are undeniable in this world, undeniable, unspoken truths that you cannot refute. I honestly believe it's hell on earth, the choices we make here define where we go. That's a cool take. I like that, Sassy Mo. I like that. I love that. I wish I could subscribe to it. Dust thou art, and dust to thou shalt return. I also like Ghosts comment. Well said. I love Ghosts. If you don't know, this YouTube channel started as a paranormal investigation one. I prefer to be in graveyards. More of my friends are there. Some people believe we choose to live different lives in order to gain experience for the soul. Yes, I've heard that one so much. Things that you need to learn in this life. Jess, good to see you. I'm on the nothingness perspective. When you die, a chemical called DMT is released and you hallucinate for a while. That's where the stories in the Bible come from. Jesus, give me some of that. When you don't speak about politics, Rob, you're all right. Yeah, but everything's politics, you know? Everything's. This economy's so shitty. When my aunt died, I couldn't even go to the funeral. I couldn't afford to go to the funeral. And that, you know, that hurts. Not like the pain I'm going through now, but that hurt, you know, to call my little cousin and be like, I can't afford to go. Yep, that's what ketamine feels like. You just connected to universal energy flow. Yeah. It's like, that's, yeah. You realize that time is just a construct of our minds. So many things are. Hello, Lisa Golden. Hello. It's a weird live stream. My apologies to everybody for being a weird live stream. I'm going through probably the most painful emotions I've had in 20 years. The only time I felt this horrible, like an empty, like I feel like an empty vessel. It's hard to be around my kids. I feel bad. I took them to the movies today. But I just hate them seeing me like this because there's nothing they can do, you know? And I know they want to cheer me up, and I love them so much. I love them with all the pieces of my heart that aren't shattered right now. And it feels so bad. But you almost don't want them to see this hollow, you know? Prepare your soul, God coming back. I wish. If he's coming back, can he fucking get here sooner, you know? What's taking him so long? He missed the bus or something? I appreciate you, Lori Benduzla. You're awesome. You're awesome. You have to fall back sometimes and make quality time for yourself and family. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know how to describe this pain. This pain, it was so sudden and so shocking that there was one time in my life where I almost blacked out. Like just doing stuff, just almost blacked out. You know, one time where I forget what it's called. Just blacking out, you know, where you get tunnel vision and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna faint. There's only been one time, and that was after my dad died. You have to do all these preparations and all this shit, right? And we were in the midst of that. And we were driving this old beater that my dad had. I don't even know what the fuck happened to that car, goddamn. And I was driving because my two little brothers, they were only 15 and 16, so, you know, I had to drive, and we get in the car, and it was like, who said it? Who said, like, the near-death experience felt like your soul was like a brick hitting your body when you could come back into it? And that's what it felt. It felt like, boom, all of a sudden the reality of life hit me. And it was so heavy, I started getting tunnel vision. I was like, I told my brothers, I was like, we just got to sit in the car for a second. I can't drive. It's like I might faint. And that's the only time this ever happened to me. Like, life was so heavy and so overwhelming that, like, it became surreal. I was like, is this even real life? Like, you know, you don't even think it's reality. It was almost like a hallucinogenic. And that happened last night again. It's the scariest thing in the world. I crack ramble for hours. That's what I do. Yep. What a keen observation, Greg. Keen observation. No death. Late to the party, OMG. Good to see you, by the way. I'm not gonna go into it. There's too many people that would that want to weaponize things. You know, there was just a guy last week who I called him illiterate, I guess, and he was trying to weaponize my dad's taking of his own life. You can go and see. I left him in the comments. He left comments on like 3 of my videos. And people try to weaponize like the most vulnerable things in your life to try and hurt you. And I only wrote him one comment back. I just said, you know, it sounds like that really affected you. You know, you're very insecure if you cannot let go that I called you illiterate. And I would just imagine he's not well, you know what I mean? Which I get, man, I get. But there are certain things that I'm not going to go into because as it is a weakness for me, these weaknesses that I've experienced through my life where I'm my most vulnerable, most hurt, just a fractured human being, some of these things turn into, you know, a strength. I don't know how to explain it. It's like when your skin scars up. You know, your skin scars up, and that scar is tougher skin. You always have that scar, and you're always aware of that scar. But the skin, it became tougher. It never goes away, but, you know. And just right now, I'm so just on the edge, you know. I'm really not doing okay. Like, I'm really. So, my apologies for this being a shitty commentary news live stream. I'm here. I'm here. Avoid provoking demon spirits. I appreciate that, Lisa. But you know, the demons they could do as much as they want. But when you live in the light, you know, they're scared of you. They want to fuck with you. But I just think sometimes people are cold. Sometimes people really don't. I don't know. I wish I knew. If I knew, I'd probably be content. You know, part of the pain is the shock. The only way to stand with strength is to fall. I love that. Because I always would tell people, you know, if anybody was going through a hard time, I would say, you can only become your strongest after you understand what your weakest is. That's it. Think about it. When you go to the gym and you first start to lift weights, you go, damn, I'm weak. You know, oh my God, my body isn't ready for this. You had to figure out your weakest to become the strongest that you could be. Org Boba Fett. Yeah, this time of year is hard for a lot of us. Yeah, if you're going through it, man, my heart is with you. Because this time of year is tough, but then when you add on top of it what a loved one did to me, like, I can't even fucking comprehend. I really can't even fucking comprehend. I feel so stabbed in the back right now. Like, to a level where I can't fucking explain it, man. I just don't have words. Dude, this is genius. You're being your own therapist. No, I'm not. Oh. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, this was an evil that could only happen from somebody who loves you. Like, the only way. You know, the only way this pain could happen was from somebody that I loved so much. That's the only fucking way. But whatever. I don't know. My fucking mental space is not good right now. I'm just not good right now. I don't know what to fucking do. Oh, I do not know what to fucking do. Oh, don't feel bad for me. Feel grateful that, you know, you're not in this. But, I don't know. I might have to go. I don't even know what to fucking do with myself. I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind right now. Because I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, ugly things said in anger aren't always the truth. Yeah, but that's the horrible thing. This wasn't things said in anger. These were, I think, they just weren't said in anger. That's the cruelty of it. I don't, I can't get out of the house for a while. I got 2 kids that depend on me. As an anarchist, Buddhism is the only things ever made any kind of sense to me. Existence is suffering. The cause of suffering is desire. Yeah. Yeah. People that left me, I was so sad until I realized that this was removed so that I could move on. Yeah, agree. You guys got good insights, man. I love this community. I really do. I'm in it. You know? I'm in it right now. But I think it's just the shock of the pain, the shock of what happened, the shock of what I was told, and what could potentially be happening. Just the shock of it all. And, you know, going forward, I'm going to try to still be here every weekday, but my life is about to completely change. Completely change. And I hope, you know, as much as this is going to hurt and really, really hurt me, like, a piece of me is fucking missing right now. Like, my soul was robbed. Something was taken from me that was so sacred. Something was taken from me that was so sacred that I don't know if I'll ever be okay again. And it was taken in such a way that it was very ruthless and just nonchalant. You know, like, they didn't even care. They're like, yeah, whatever. You know, very cruel. And maybe at some point, once I'm a little forward, I'll share more. But it will be, you know, I can only hope that this YouTube thing happens for me. Hug a tree. I love hugging trees. I really hope that, you know, if you could share the word, tell your friends to subscribe, keep coming back, hit the notification bell, because this is the only thing I think I got now, you know. I love my kids, and I'm so grateful. I don't know what to fucking do with myself. is there anything in the news you guys want to talk about? I feel like I'm fucking. Oh my god. I just don't know what to fucking do with myself right now. Oh yeah, I seen that Elon Musk says he's gonna finance the GOP ahead of the midterms. I don't want, here's the thing with Elon Musk saying he's gonna finance politicians. We gotta restructure how politicians get their money, because I wouldn't want him financing democratic socialists, because he's wanting something in return. Just look at how he got to be Doge and appointed and got to do all that stuff. He wants something in return. We shouldn't have this kind of mafia-esque political system. It's not good for anybody. It doesn't matter if he's funding the people you like or not. When he becomes the single source of income, you and everybody else becomes an afterthought. These politicians no longer care what they're supposed to represent the people for. They only care of satisfying the guy that financed it. Not talking about is actually the smartest thing you can do, because guaranteed you'll think and say something different tomorrow. Yeah, 100%, Zen. And I'm really hurt right now, and when I'm really, really hurt, I say some fucking mean things. It's like a defense mechanism. And I'm hurt to a point where, I've tried to just stay away from everything, like a vow of silence today. And I slipped up a little bit, and I did reach out to someone, and I'm just, good things don't flow from a very hurt well. So, if it's any consolation, you're a very likable guy. This is my first time seeing you. Hanging out for a little while. I appreciate you. Thank you. That means a lot. That's nice to hear, because usually people are telling me to shut the fuck up. I'm lazy. I live in my mom's basement. All this stuff. Whenever you advocate for universal health care or taxes on the wealthy, they think you're, living in your mom's basement. And I usually have to tell them my mom's been dead for decades. What's the problem we have right now with the Democrats? Yeah, the Democrats are just fucking corporate puppets. I wouldn't want funding of media talking about his wave, but not Mondani's wave. Elon is super elite, yeah. Super duper duper elite. I don't have any photos right now, I don't think. Oh, this one. I love MC Squared. Yeah, I'm really fucking hurting right now. And I was trying to do some music earlier, because I can't, I don't know. I can't do anything else. I just hate the worst when you're hurting this bad, when you're in this kind of pain and you can't eat and you can't sleep. So it'd just be 3 a.m. You'd just be sitting there like, my God, all I'm doing is feeling pain. I haven't eaten today. I had some caffeine because I didn't sleep last night. And I got the kids tickets to Zootopia 2. So I took them to the movies today. I think they had a good time. I don't know. It's a good movie. I'm just in so much pain, I can't even fucking do anything right now. Neither party has the answers. Well, neither party does have the answers. The people have the answers. The people 100% have the answers. Oh, by the way, thank you. Someone was super chatting too, right? Was that Lisa? Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that. I'm sorry I didn't say thank you before. I'm out of it. Yeah, Lisa, I appreciate you. Appreciate the super chats. That's super kind. Yeah, that sounds good. Cube steak, chief. That does. I can't eat right now though. I'm not gonna be able to eat or do anything for a few days. Hopefully less. I don't know. I was like, should I go? Fuck it. I have no one to help watch my kids, but I'm like, should I go check myself in somewhere? I don't know. I'm just not good. I think I gotta go. I appreciate you guys hanging out. If there's some news or something, I'll go live tomorrow. But if you could, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for the super chats. My apologies for this being a semi-depressed, lack of any content live stream, but I'm here. I did it. This is the just go through the motions. This is the just go through the motions. Just one foot in front of the other. Keep doing shit. Keep doing shit. You are loved. Thank you, man. Chief, love you. I appreciate you guys. So if you ever want to know what it looks like to just go through the motions, this is fucking it. This is showing up. So maybe we'll check in tomorrow. I don't know where I'll be. But much respect, much love. Or who knows? Maybe I'll go live later tonight when I can't sleep at fucking 3. I can't fucking sleep. Can't fucking eat. Can't do nothing. Took a lot just to be here. Yes, it did. It took a lot, but it was good to see people. It's good to see people. It's good to check in. Stay dangerous, always, always. Hang in there. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Hit the notification bell. Much love.